Valley. Welcome to another Monday morning for those of you that just love starting the week on Monday mornings. Don't you wish you could start on a Tuesday or a Wednesday? But now we're starting on Monday, but we're hoping that our show will get you rared up, ready to go, and that you'll have a great week coming up. My name is Alan Mincy. I'm your host for Tennessee Valley this morning, and with me today this morning is Nancy Neal. A lot of you will know Nancy from anything that goes on in our community. Nancy is with the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to talk with Nancy here in just a few minutes and find out a little bit about her and also a little bit about what's going on a little bit at the Chamber right now. Want to do a few little reminders before we do that, because with this being Monday, we want to remind everybody that tomorrow is Election Day. So please go out and vote. I saw some of the election commissioners late last week, and they reminded me that the polls open at 8 and close at 8, and we've got, I guess, the presidential primary. We have a big election out in the 4th District here in Bradley County for county commissioner. So if you're like me and first time in a long time I did not vote early, then go to your precinct. I'm going to have to find out which door to go in at E.L. Ross now. I haven't been there in so long, but that's where I vote. Do you know where you vote, Nancy?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Vote at Oak Grove.
Oak Grove, okay.
I am in the 4th District.
Okay, you can speak up a little bit.
Oh, I will.
Okay. That sounds like you're talking to me, but you're talking to the whole, all the viewers and everything like that. But please get out and vote tomorrow. And if you don't vote, you don't have any right to complain about who's elected. Right?
That's right.
I've got a couple of other things that I wanted to mention. Today is a big day here in Bradley County. Whirlpool.
Yes.
Our new Whirlpool plant out at the intersection of Michigan Avenue,
Benton Pike and Durkee Road.
Durkee Road. I always throw Michigan Avenue Road in there because it seems like it takes up a lot of space out there. But they're doing their ribbon cutting today.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. And they're doing even some tours, I think, for invited guests.
Right, at noon.
So it's a big day for all of us here in Bradley County. Whirlpool is just a great community supporter. So we hope that everything goes well with them today. A couple of things I want to mention, because I'm with United Way, and want to remind you folks that we have a needs assessment that we are doing here in our community, and we've extended the deadline on that until March the 7th, which I believe is Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday. Today's the 5th. So please go on our website, www.unitedwaybc.com. Click on the link for the needs assessment. It'll take you 5 minutes, and we want to hear what the public thinks are the important needs in our community. So please do that. And then don't forget, we got an annual meeting coming up on March 20th. So if you want tickets to that, let us know down at the office. Our phone number there is 472-9876 or 479-2020. And one thing special about our annual meeting this year is we're going to honor Brenda Abel, our past president. She retired at the end of December. And I was at the Kiwanis meeting this past week, and she was given the Harlan White Award.
Exciting.
And both mayors were there with a proclamation that last Thursday was Brenda Abel Day, and I was there and almost teared up.
I can understand that. She's been a huge contributor to our community.
She worked at the United Way for 36 years, and I worked with her for, I guess, 14 of those. And we miss her dearly at the office, but we hope she's enjoying retirement. And I can't think of anybody that deserved that award more.
I agree.
But we're going to honor her at our annual meeting too. So there's no telling what we may do. We don't think we're going to zing her badly.
That's a good idea.
Because I think she still has some it's just hard for me to try to do that to my old boss. But we hope that you'll attend.
I will.
I think you usually are there.
I have my ticket.
So it's at Life Care Centers of America. So if you have any questions about it, contact us at the office. I mentioned that Brenda has been at United Way before her retirement for 36 years. My co-host Nancy Neal was recently honored for 20 years
Correct.
at the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce. Tell us what you do at the Chamber of Commerce, Nancy.
Well, Alan, I am currently my title is Vice President of Communications. I started there many years ago as a contract person, as a coordinator of communications, and I liked my job so well, and I guess they liked the job that I did, that eventually I became a full-time person.
Vice President.
Yes.
It's two vice presidents here. Two vice presidents make one president?
I think so. I think you're right.
Okay,
yeah, I think
there
you're
you
right.
go. Two rights make a wrong, or don't make a wrong, or
maybe
whatever.
That too.
So you've been there 20 years.
20 years.
And just some of the things that have happened since you've been there that have really stuck with you.
Well, in the realm of communications, we've seen huge evolution in what we do and what we have to offer with how people can find out about our community and about the work of the Chamber. When I began there, I worked on just a magazine and a newsletter, and we saw the evolution of website. We have an award-winning website, which is quite nice.
It is very nice.
We have quality publications that are recognized in our community and with our professional colleagues. And we also are now very active in social media. We have a Facebook page and then some Facebook pages for various programs that we have, like Cherry's Jubilee, Buy It Bradley, and let's see, seems like there's one other one. Anyway, but those are good, and we also have a Twitter following, so people can follow us on Twitter, and we invite you to like us on Facebook and to find out what's going on in the community and recognize the professional folks in the community.
Our professional website is
www.clevelandchamber.com.
Okay, I'm surprised that you were able to get that. I would have thought that Cleveland, Ohio would have had that or something.
And you know, it's real interesting that you would say that, Alan, because quite often I get phone calls from people who want video footage of our skyline. And so I'm quite amused by that, and I get to share with them that perhaps they are thinking of another Cleveland.
Could be.
Yes.
I believe every state in the nation has a Cleveland in it.
There are quite a few. I can't recall how many, but there are quite a few.
I think we're number one.
You're exactly right.
You know, those folks up in Ohio, you know, they've got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Cavaliers and
But it really was quite a feather in our cap to have the Cleveland Chamber, so we get a lot of hits on our site.
That's great. That's great. 25 years. You got another 25 in you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I hope you heard that, Gary, Bernadette, all you folks. She's committed to another 25 years down there.
I love what I do.
And we love what you do, too. You do a great service for our community. Nancy and I have known each other for many, many years. We're also involved with the Cleveland Media Association.
Correct.
And she's been very involved with our United Way as well. So we go back just a few years, just a few years. But I asked Nancy to come on and be my co-host because with her communication skills, she's going to help me in these interviews that we're doing with some fantastic guests we have today. Just to sort of tease who our guests are, we've got Rodney Murray from the Cleveland Family YMCA. We've got Casey Trenum, and she's with TimeToSave.com. And you probably have heard of that organization already, but if not, we're going to explain a little bit about that to you. And then we've got David Orr, and everybody in town knows David from Cleveland Utilities and his work with the American Cancer Society and the Relay for Life. But David is here with another little event that he's involved with. We're not even going to tell you the name of it or the prop that he has brought with him, but we'll save that as a big surprise. But we have some great guests, a great co-host, a mediocre host, and a great person in the back, Jennifer, who is manning all the controls back there. And Jennifer, I think it's time for us to take our first break, and we'll be back in just a second or a minute with our first guest.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open in Cleveland. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is incredible treatment, clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, migraine headaches, even sprains and injuries. It is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level, providing an array of health benefits. So whether you're dealing with a weekend sports injury, chronic condition, or looking for anti-aging, you owe it to yourself to explore what Hyperbaric Services can do for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
And welcome back to Tennessee Valley this morning on this Monday morning. Hey, get up. It's time to get up and get ready to go to work. I know it's probably early for some of you, but not for our guest, Rodney Murray with the Cleveland Family YMCA.
Oh, it's early. Yes.
It is early for you too?
Still early.
It's early.
No, you're already at the Y at 5 o'clock in the morning, aren't you?
Oh, no. I don't believe 5 o'clock in the morning exists because I don't believe in anything I ain't ever seen. So if I haven't ever seen it, it doesn't exist.
Okay. Yeah. Well, for some reason I thought you were there from 5 until closing.
No.
It seems like every time I'm over there, you're there.
You just told on yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You're
I'm
never
there at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Never been there at 5 o'clock in the morning, I can tell you.
You are right. Hey, our guest at this time is Rodney Murray. And Rodney is the, I want to say, program director?
Senior program director.
Senior program director. Is that age-wise?
Or? That's age, yeah.
Age, okay. Yeah. But senior program director with the Cleveland Family YMCA.
That's right.
And we talked about my old boss. Well, I shouldn't have said old, I know. But Brenda
She's still got connections.
Former.
Yes, she does. Former, thank you. Former boss who served 36 years with the United Way. Nancy was recognized earlier for 20 years with the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce, and Rodney this past Friday celebrated his 25th year with the Cleveland Family YMCA.
Yep.
And I didn't even realize the Cleveland Family YMCA. Well, I did. I'm just leading into this. Yeah. But how long has the Y been here in Cleveland?
The first Y started in 1947, actually with an office at the chamber. And started with just an office at the chamber, and it was just it was just a program type office that organized. Some of the older residents might remember some of the dances and things that were done at the Armory, and then I can't remember exactly when it was maybe a couple of years later that the Y purchased a house over next to where the old YMCA facility was on Central Avenue, and operated out of there much the same way, mainly directing programs and that sort of thing, utilizing other venues, primarily the old Armory, utilizing that for activities. And I think it was 1962 that the old, what we refer to now as the old YMCA, then the new YMCA, was built there on Central Avenue. So it was built there. We built the new facility in 2000, and
so the new facility was 2000. So you actually served at the older facility on Central Avenue.
Yep, sure did. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
probably one of the few that it's at the Y now that was there.
Yep, there are a few of us, you know, still around that, especially board members and that sort of thing. But there are a few of us. Jaylene Ingle's still there, working part time. And
oh yeah,
yeah, there are a few of us that are still there.
Something that, and I've heard your story before, but it's very interesting, Rodney, as to how you got involved with the Y.
Right. My mother was and is friends with Jaylene Ingle, who is worked at the YMCA. I don't know how long, but a long time. She's been involved with the Y and still is. And it just so happened I was fishing with my grandfather and had a near drowning incident and scared everybody to death, and so I don't remember it. But anyway, I was taken to the YMCA since she knew Jaylene. They took me to the YMCA to take some swim lessons, and so I evidently was still quite traumatized at that point because I didn't take the swim lessons. Mom would drop me off, and I would wait till she was gone, and I would go up to the old Cooper's bookstore, and and I would read comic books. I was an avid comic reader, and I would go up and read comic books. I would come back down in time for Mom to pick me up, and I would wet my hair in the water fountain. And one day, so she would think that I'd been swimming. But I mean, you know, I had had a near drowning, you know, no counseling, no nothing to throw me back in the water. That didn't work so well. But anyway, so one day Jaylene caught me, and she caught my mother before Mother got to me, and I knew when Mother. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I knew when Mom
She's
walked.
Listening.
She'll remember. Yes, and when she walked around the corner, I could tell by the look in her eye that she that she knew, but she didn't let on, and I actually thought I got by with it. Mom stayed for the next lesson, which was actually the final day when you're supposed to go in there and swim. And so I come in, and they're like, "Who's this kid? What's that?" We haven't seen. Oh. So I tried to get in the pool, tried to swim, of course, which I could not, and so it progressed from there. Later, Dad helped to educate me on how to swim in the Conasauga River. Yeah, later. So yeah, I still remember. I do remember that.
And you can swim now?
I can swim. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can swim.
When did the Y really get into your blood?
You know, I always went there after that, and it was just something that I did. I don't ever remember a time not going to the YMCA. It was just, I grew up there. I was a Y brat, we call them, and I went through summer camps and after-school programs, and the bus would take me home in the afternoons, and I remember going out the back door and loading up on the bus, and Sonny Moss was there. He was one of my counselors, and taking me home after school, you know, in the summer, or not after school, but after the program was over in the summers. And I just don't remember a time. And I went through the teen programs. The YMCA has a great national leadership development program with the intent purpose of taking teens who show leadership promise and helping to get them the education and the training they need to become YMCA professionals. And so I went through that. It's called YMCA Leaders Club, and it's the main organizing body of that is housed in Black Mountain, North Carolina, and there's a training center up there. And I would go up there in the summers as a student leader, we were called, and then graduated into a senior leadership position, and then eventually got my first job with the YMCA in 1987. On May 1st, 1987, I got my first job with the YMCA, and I just didn't leave. It wasn't one of those things that I planned, but
May 1st.
Yeah, March 1st. Sorry,
okay.
March 1st.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. March.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't come on the show and celebrate your 25th.
I'm already into May.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, March 1st. March 1st.
That's sneaky way to get on the show.
Yeah, March 2nd actually. March 2nd.
Okay.
Do you have young people now who are involved in leadership programs through our Y?
Yeah, we do still have leadership programs. Just hired one. Jamie Baird went through the same kind of program that I went through, and he is now our sports coordinator. Oh, and yeah, that's very common. Martez Barber is we grow our own in the YMCA, and then they go on usually to work at other YMCA's. I'm kind of an exception in that I've stayed at the same YMCA for all that time. But my devotion is to the Cleveland Bradley County community, and the YMCA has always offered me the best opportunity to serve my community, but my first love is to the community. So it's just it was never even an issue for me to consider moving away.
What things are going on over at the Y that are kind of new to us?
You know, it's not new really anymore. The Zumba craze is just
Oh yeah, you can tell I'm Zumba all the time.
Zumba man, ain't you? And but the Zumba craze is really you know, it's conquering everything. We have it looks like, I'm not exactly sure, I try to do counts, but it looks like 100 people in Zumba classes, and I mean, and it's in the entire gym, so it's not like it's crowded. We're using the entire gym for Zumba classes. Those are great, and all of our fitness classes are just folks are really utilizing. Cleveland's quickly becoming, I mean, I know this sounds a little dated, but it's becoming a fitness culture. I think the Greenway has really fed into that. I believe a lot of the language and the culture that's been created through the Greenway has been a big part of that. But Cleveland's very quickly becoming a fitness culture. If anybody doesn't believe it, drive by the YMCA on a Monday evening, and it's cool. Packed. We've got great youth programs. We got youth fitness programs. We have a youth fitness center that's very popular that we've updated recently, and that's very popular. We have all kinds of youth sports programs in a low competitive environment. We have tumbling. We have, you know, all of the classic things you think of in the YMCA. But we're first and foremost, we're a fitness facility. That's what the YMCA is, and it's what it's about, and so that's our first love.
I was kidding you about 5 o'clock in the morning, but the Y is open at 5 in the morning on weekdays.
That's
correct?
what I hear. That's what I hear. Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Whether you're there or not, it's open.
It is open at 5 a.m. Yes, it is.
And closes
9:30 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Or
p.m. Sorry, I told you it was early, man.
Monday
You're killing me.
mornings are not easy to get going.
May
I understand
1st,
that.
and it is actually March 2nd. I don't know. But yeah, it's open from 5 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays it's open 8 to 6, and Sundays 1 to 5.
Okay.
Yep. We'll be cranking up the pool coming up, and yeah, coming up. We're getting ready on that. We've got a huge announcement about the pool, though, that folks need to get ready for. We're gonna rattle Cleveland with this, and we've got a program. We're partnering with TWRA. I'll tease it just a little bit. Partnering with TWRA to do something in our outdoor pool before it opens. That's really going to excite a lot of people.
It almost sounds like fish are involved.
It's going to be very exciting.
Okay.
Yes, it is, and very unique. It's got quite a cool factor to it. So.
In TV, we call that a tease.
Yes, it'll be a tease.
And that's a big
More
tease
coming.
None of us know what you're talking about.
More coming. We figured this out just a couple of days ago.
And one other thing, you've got a youth event coming up, not too far down the road. The Healthy Kids.
Healthy Kids Day, yes. April 28th is Healthy Kids Day. That has become a huge event. Back to that fitness culture and that wellness culture that we've got. This is a day that is focused on kids, but it's actually aimed at the entire family, because a child is not going to be healthy. They're going to emulate their parents in most cases. There are a lot of situations where the child becomes the catalyst for change in the family, but in most cases children are going to emulate what they see, and so it's aimed at the entire family. The pivotal event on that morning, we operate from 9 to 1, but the main event is a kids triathlon that we do, and that kids triathlon is a sprint triathlon. It's a kids as young as 5 can participate in it. They bring their own bike, and it's very well attended, and they run on the track, bike in the parking lot, and swim in the indoor pool. And it's great. But then all day long we have activities going all around the facility. We partner with BRI for this event, and they come out and do their day in the park, which face paint, I'm not going to start naming things because I'll forget them all. Huge carnival type atmosphere, plenty of kids activities, and it's just it's a fantastic program. Then we also have something aimed at the adults called the YMCA Healthy Living Community Resource Fair, and that's where wellness-minded, health-minded organizations can be in our gym, have a booth in our gym for folks to see. And when I say wellness-minded, that's any kind of health. That's whether it's spiritual health, financial health, whatever. There's many kinds of health rather than just physical health. So anyone who is health-minded, who would like to have a booth in that resource fair and get their wares or their programs out in front of maybe an audience that they may never have gotten it out in front of before, they can contact us.
and contact you guys
Contact me at YMCA 476-5573.
Okay, I always check people.
423.
423.
I want to come into the 1990s.
5573.
423-476-5573.
And one more question, and then we have to go to a break.
Here it comes.
For those of you knew I was going to ask this.
I'm going to get hammered.
Rodney, your hair is quite a unique style compared to what I'm used to.
Yeah, I've got the whole David Soul and the whole Starsky and Hutch thing going here. This is just the way my hair grows. I was challenged to the word got out that I have big hair, and I keep it cut very short. I ride a motorcycle, as you know, and big hair and a motorcycle, they just don't go together with the helmet and everything. But at any rate, the word got out, and I was challenged by some folks to grow my hair out for Locks for Love. So it's going to go from David Soul, Starsky and Hutch to Aerosmith. Yeah, Aerosmith, Steven Tyler. But it's going to have to be a lot longer before I cut it. But it's for a good cause, and it's something I feel strongly about. Cancer
Celebrating
victims.
a silver anniversary.
Silver's chrome. I ride a Harley, so this is not gray. This is chrome that I've got coming out.
I'm never going to say anything about anyone who has such
chrome,
lovely colored hair.
Yeah,
it's a symbol of wisdom.
Yes,
or
I'll
something
remember
like
that. That is true, actually.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not true, but we'll buy that.
Yep.
Rodney, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me out.
Thanks for all that the Y does in our community.
Yes.
Congratulations on 25 years.
I appreciate that.
Nancy said she'd take another 20 at the Chamber. You'll take another 25 at the Y?
You know what? It's one of those things. I just kind of float along, man. My mother's watching. She'll nod her head. I'm what's commonly referred to as a free spirit. I never planned to be here. I never didn't plan to be here 25 years. So who knows what the future will bring.
Well, I'll see you in 25 years at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Most likely, no, I still won't be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. But most likely, I'll probably still be there 25 years.
Sounds good. Rodney, thanks for being on our show.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a second. I keep saying a second. I know it's a longer break. But we'll be back with another guest right after this.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what 2 of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
welcome back to Tennessee Valley this morning on this Monday morning. Get up, get at 'em, go to work, enjoy your day, enjoy your week. You know, I'm just kidding with you. It's Monday morning. We're all really worn out. But hope everyone had a good weekend. Once again, Nancy Neal, my co-host. My name is Alan Mincy, and our guest is Casey Trenum. Is that how I say that?
That is how you say it.
Okay, okay. It's an interesting name. You're the first Trenum without the Trenthum or whatever that I've ever met. So.
My husband was too. I did not know his last name for a good 2 months when we dated.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out what he was saying.
But now you know.
Now I know, yes.
Now you know, Casey Trenum. And Casey, she corrected me earlier, but I'll get it right this time, is with Time to Save Workshops with an S. Okay, .com. And TimeToSaveWorkshops.com, for those of you who don't know what it is, I'm going to let Casey explain it. Casey, what is TimeToSaveWorkshops.com?
I actually teach couponing workshops across the Southeast. I've traveled to speak at women's expos, different places. Also, we have a blog where every single day we post all kinds of different deals. We post grocery store deals, grocery store savings, so that we can help you so that it didn't take you so much work.
Now, couponing has become such a big thing in our culture now, yes. And you know, it may not be manly to say, "Hey, I use coupons," but I use coupons. Now I do it at 5 o'clock in the morning, where nobody will see me, you know, because you know guys don't do the coupons. But no, it is a great way to save money on groceries and all sorts of things. It
is a great way to save money, and mostly because. Is what I ask people, do you want door A or door B? Because I can buy the exact same groceries, but when I use coupons, I get to keep my money in my pocket. And in doing so, when you're able to buy items for so cheap or free, then you also open the door to giving, which to me is the best part of it, because you're able to buy so much that you never thought that you would be able to buy, even diapers that you can purchase to help families out.
And that's where I first met Casey, was Casey and Kelly. Kelly
Thompson.
Kelly Thompson. They actually were doing the couponing workshops. How long have you guys been doing this?
3 years.
3 years. So
yes.
It was 3 years ago, and it was during one of our Southern Heritage Bank food drives that helped our United Way agencies. And they asked folks who were doing their workshops to go out and use these coupons to buy items that they could donate to the food drive. And it's a great way to do it because they're actually not paying a lot of money for this, or getting it free for that matter,
right? And
donating it to others who can really use it. So that's where the giving comes in.
That's my favorite part of it, because you know, I know that people who attend a workshop, I know that they're in need. I mean, I didn't coupon because I wanted to. I couponed because I had to. And so to see in the course of 2.5 hours, to watch someone go from a place where they're hopeless to they're thinking, you know, maybe this does work. But not even that, it goes beyond that to thinking, okay, I can do this and I can give to other people. That to me is my favorite part to watch.
And where do you host your workshops?
At different places. A lot of times a church will have us come in, or community organization, women's expos.
Okay, here in Bradley County?
Everywhere, but yes, mainly in this area.
Yeah. And when you do that, do you have coupons that certainly would be relevant for our shops and our stores here in Bradley County?
Yes, we also go into each different grocery store to tell you what each grocery store offers, because part of what helps you save money is what the grocery store brings to the table.
Okay, that's great.
And of course, some of them even do double coupons.
Absolutely, that's great. The Publix and Bilo are double coupons, and then of course drugstores are even more fun.
Yeah, and I've actually received your newsletter that is emailed, and I want to say that sometimes I get it 2 or 3 times a week.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Yes, we update our blog about 10 to 20 times a day.
Well, I know that most of us think of the shopping and the news circulars and everything on Wednesdays.
Right.
Now you have the Saturday, Sunday drugstores and department stores and things like that. But I know I mainly look at what you send on Wednesdays, because you can't imagine the savings
No.
That I know you get some testimonials on your website too. What are some of the things that they've said? How much savings are some of these folks seeing?
We've had people say, my card did not get repossessed because of coupons.
Mm-hmm.
I save $100 a week. I mean, it just really depends on how much you want to do it, because whether you save 5%, 50%, or 100%, you're still saving.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just tell people, whatever you can do with the season of life that you're in, do what you can do, because basically you're keeping your own money in your pocket.
You've heard of people saving 100%?
Well, not always, but I've definitely done trips where I've saved 100%.
Wow.
It's not where I can do that every single time.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a realistic expectation, but yeah, I mean, there's times when I save more than that at a drugstore.
Okay, that's great.
Is there a demographic that coupons more often, more regularly?
More than $100,000 a year are people that actually coupon the most.
Oh, wow.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Because the redemption rates have gone up so high over the past 3 years that even though it's gone up so much, still basically less than 1% of coupons are ever redeemed.
And what age groups actually come to the workshops and are participating?
Any age groups. We've had as early as young as 14 years old with a parent, up into an older person. I mean, just really anyone that eats.
Yeah. Coupons.
It's
That's
pretty
me.
much
That's me.
it's pretty much a candidate.
Okay.
Now, you were telling me a little bit earlier that you have received kind of a special honor.
Yes.
Can you talk about it?
Yes, I can.
It's what, ConAgra?
ConAgra, yes.
Okay.
Actually, I fly out tomorrow to LA for 2 days, and it's their End Childhood Hunger campaign, and they'll be kicking it off, and so I'm actually a brand ambassador for them.
Wow.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah,
I was at a Blogger Expo last week, and I met them, talked to them about what our mission is, that it's not about getting a deal, it's about making a difference, and I got an email last night inviting me into the program.
Fantastic. That's exciting. You're going to let us know how that goes. I guess you'll do a blog?
Yes, I'll post about it. We get to meet Jewel. She's actually done a special song for the program.
Oh, really?
And we're going to do a service project at the LA Food Bank.
You can bring her back with you. We would love to have her do some music here.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, you can leave the rodeo guy out there. Her husband's a rodeo person, isn't he?
I have no idea. I didn't know she was married.
That's fine. But and excuse me. One other thing is, this is not your first appearance on TV, I understand.
No.
Aren't you a regular on one of our Chattanooga stations?
I am. Every Tuesday morning on WDEF, I'm on at 5:45 and at 7:30.
Okay. That's why I missed you when I looked for you on Thursday. It's Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday, yes.
Okay. Okay, that's great. When's your next workshop local, do you know?
This coming Saturday,
Okay.
actually in Chattanooga. In Hickson, it's going to be at the Dallas Bay North Point at their separate location.
Okay, well, actually, that would have already occurred, the Saturday.
Yes, it would have. Yes, it would have. Oh,
Yeah.
my dates are wrong. No, I don't have one scheduled yet.
You know, all this LA stuff and everything, you get confused.
Yeah,
So
and I was out of town last week, too.
There you go. So your next one would be,
I actually don't have one scheduled right now. We've just opened up our next booking.
well, if somebody would like to call and schedule one, how do they do that?
They would just need to send an email. My email address is timetosave, and that's the number 2 at hotmail.com.
Okay, okay. And they'll learn a lot at these workshops.
Absolutely.
They usually take, what, a couple of hours?
About 2 hours.
Okay. Do they need to bring anything to a workshop?
Just a pen.
Okay. You got
That's
the
it.
scissors already?
Nope, don't need scissors.
Don't need scissors.
Nope,
Don't
they
need
can-
coupons.
Nope, they can do that at home.
Okay, sounds great.
Terrific.
Well, now I know you brought a couple of folks over in the audience over there
I
too.
did.
So, and it's early for them this early on a Monday morning. But who you got over there?
I have my babies, Morgan, who is 8, and Caleb, which is 5. They're being very patient.
Yeah, can you yell hi, folks? Hi. Okay, I think they picked that up. Okay, Casey, we really appreciate you coming by.
Thank you.
Like I say, I use your coupons. Hey, if you want to get involved with our food drive again, we'd love to have you there. It's it helps our community.
Sure.
And one thing, folks, if you get behind one of these people in the store that's using coupons, and you say, ruff, like that, you don't know if they might be buying some of these things to give to people in need.
Yes.
So be a little, a little more sympathetic and
tolerant.
And maybe you ought to coupon yourself. How's that? So, Casey, thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be watching for you on Channel 12 as well.
Okay, thanks.
Folks, we'll be back in a few minutes with our next guest, and it's David Orr. And wait till you see what he's bringing in with him. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what 2 of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, took about 25, 30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
I'm Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Contact me for all of your business insurance needs. From general liability to workers' comp, commercial auto, and business umbrellas, Landmark Insurance has you covered.
Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open in Cleveland. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment, clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, migraine headaches, even sprains and injuries. It is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level, providing an array of health benefits. So whether you're dealing with a weekend sports injury, chronic condition, or looking for anti-aging, you owe it to yourself to explore what Hyperbaric Services can do for you.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight, where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
And welcome back to Tennessee Valley this morning. My name is Alan Mincy. I'm your host on this Monday morning. Co-hosting with me is Nancy. I do the finger thing here. Nancy Neal, who is the Vice President Communications at the Cleveland Bradley Chamber. That's my title too, Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce. And with us is David Orr. If you've never met David Orr, then you haven't been
in Cleveland.
Haven't been in Cleveland very long. David is with Cleveland Utilities.
Yes, sir.
David, what is your title there?
Customer Relations Supervisor. I just celebrated 31 years.
Okay. Wow. Everybody's got a lot of time.
Got anniversaries.
Yeah, I've only got 14 years in it United Way. Yeah. But I consider the 10 at the banner to be close to 50. So, you know, it all adds together.
But the way our physical year works, I got my 30-year anniversary in this. I actually started in February way back years ago. And so,
Okay.
I did my 30th.
And David, if you ever hear a Cleveland Utilities advertisement on the radio, you'll hear David's voice.
That's my voice, Alan.
He's doing his radio. We're on TV, David.
Okay, we're on TV.
Yes, yes.
That could be against me if we're on TV.
They can see who you are.
Yeah, I know. That's sad.
And David, we have something in front of us that looks like a bicycle, that looks like a bathtub. What is this?
It's a very interesting story. Me and a friend of mine, Joe Sargent's a real good friend of mine, which lives up in Portland, Tennessee. We love to go antique shopping, and one day we were up in Louisville, Kentucky, and we were coming back, and we were in this antique store. He said, "Oh, I found you the perfect thing for a bicycle." And I said, "What is it?" He said, "Well, come here." He said, "Look at this. It's an early 1900s galvanized bathtub." And I said, "Oh, man, it's the perfect size for a sidecar." And I had just bought this bicycle frame earlier in the day at another place we was at, and so I thought, oh, now's the time to build a bicycle with a sidecar. So I got a real good friend of mine, Tim Dixon, which owns Gas X Chop Shop up in 10 Mile, Tennessee. I went to him and said, "Hey, I got this idea for a bicycle," and Tim's great to help me out in building a bicycle. And so he said, "Well, you'll come up here, we'll build the thing." So I went up there, and we built this in about 4 months, and I've been real pleased with it, and it's just been a great bike. But it is a bicycle, Alan.
It's a tub cycle is what's on it. And the thing, I'm just now seeing it. I've seen pictures of it, but I love the green dye that you've got.
I noticed that.
Yeah, the green dice on the wheels. Yeah,
yeah, that's cool. Now, what in the world can you do with a bike like this? Can you ride it?
Yes, you can ride it. I rode it down at the Chickamauga River Park. I went 9 miles. I went from the dam all the way down to the hospital and back. When I first built it, I want to make sure it's roadworthy because I do plan on riding this bike. It's not going to sit there in my house. I'm going to ride it. One of the best places I love to go ride is Pigeon Forge. I'll normally go up Pigeon Forge and ride down the strip of Pigeon Forge, and I plan on doing that here not too long from now. But yeah, it rides great. It's a good bike. It's 3-speed. So if I'm going up a hill, I can just downshift it and go up a hill. And then when I hit the open road, I can go down to 3rd gear and just keep going. I haven't had the privilege of riding anybody in the sidecar yet, but I hope to do that for too long.
Well, you want to see if I can fit in there? It's going to take a small person.
Yes, it is.
Or maybe even someone's dog.
Well, I've had somebody suggest I ought to be having a dog in there. You know how you see these people who put the little hat on the dog with the sunglasses or something? They said that's what I should.
Well, you know, we suggested that you would ride it. I would get in the sidecar and Nancy would sing "Born to Be Wild."
There we go. There we go.
How about a bicycle built for 2? I could sing that one a little easier. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. We were really looking more toward, some really, Steppenwolf music there. Speaking of music, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But this bike looks like it would be something perfect for a bike show. Would there be a bike show coming up anytime soon?
Alan, that's a good thing you brought that up.
Yes.
It's back just about, I think it's been about 3 years ago now. The first bike show that ever was around anywhere even close this year was over Murfreesboro. And I went to my first bike show. And, of course, I was already into bikes anyway because I built my first bike back in 2007. And went to this bike show. Loved the bike show. It was a great place for people to meet who collect bicycles to swap and shop and sell and so forth. And so after that, I went to another in the following year. Then I even went as far as Virginia last summer to a bicycle show because, they're catching on more and more. And I thought, now's a good time for me to have a bicycle show and raise money for the American Cancer Society. Because, I'm very highly involved in the American Cancer Society. And I thought, I can have 2 things. I can have my bike show I've been wanting to have, plus I can raise money for the American Cancer Society. So I'm doing that the 4th Saturday in March, which is March the 24th. I'm having a bicycle show at George R. Stewart School.
Looky here.
Well, no, that's the Relay for Life flyer.
So we got the
wrong one. This one, yes. Now we got the flyer for the it's a Get a Grip bicycle show, swap meet and drags. And what it is, if you want to come, and if you got a basement full of bicycles, you want to come and sell, you can pay me $5 and I'll give you a 10x10 grassy spot there at George R. Stewart School to set up your bicycle. And you can sell and swap all day long if you want to. I'm having a bicycle show for $2. You can bring your bicycle and enter into the show. I'm going to have awards for the top 20 bicycles, also for the best of show. Then also something that people's really getting excited about, we're going to have old school drags. Now, if you remember, Alan, when you was a kid, you and your neighbor would get at your mailbox. You'd say, I'm going to race from my mailbox to my neighbor's mailbox. Let's go. And you'd say, hey, go, and you'd race 75 feet to your mailbox.
Sure.
Well, that's what we're going to do at George R. Stewart School. We're going to mark off a 75-foot-long drag strip, and it'll be by age group, 12 and under, and then 13 through 29, and then 30 and up, and then you'll just get this guy beside you on a bicycle, and you'll race 75 feet and see who wins the other end. So we're having that as well, and that's catching on so much that I'm having people actually build bicycles just to race at this show. I mean, that's how carried away it's getting to be. But something, if you're not really into bicycles, or if you are and you want a neat place to go on the website, you can go to ratrodbikes.com. That's ratrodbikes.com, ratrodbikes.com. And it's a great website where you can see actual people building bikes from scratch. You can see people restoring bikes, old bikes, new bikes. I mean, it's just a great website. They have stuff for sale. You can buy stuff, and so it's a great place. But I've got my bike show posted on there. I've also got my bike show listed on eBay. I've got it listed on Craigslist. And I'm getting calls
from the Chamber's website.
In the Chamber's website. And I'm getting calls from, I even had a guy last weekend call me from Michigan State saying he's coming to my bike show. And I've got them coming from North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, just from 6 or 7 states. I got people coming into this bike show. So it ought to be huge. If everybody comes says they're coming, it ought to be huge. And so we're looking forward to a great day. Don't forget, it's March the 24th, the 4th Saturday in March. We're praying for good weather because it could be raining that day, but we're praying for good weather that day. Setups from 10 to 12 noon. That's from 10 o'clock in the morning to 12 noon setup. And then the show will actually be from 12 to 3. And I timed it that way to be short so people who are coming in out of town can get here that morning and plenty of time before 12. And they can leave at 3 o'clock and have plenty of time to get back home if they're out of state. So doing that on purpose. And but we'll have DJ music there. We'll have all kinds of activities, food for sale. T-shirts. I brought a T-shirt, Alan. If you want to lift that up.
While we've got the camera on you, if you'll show the T-shirt.
We made T-shirts up for the event. It's called Get a Grip, as you see here on the T-shirt. I do have those available now for sale, and 100% of the profits go to American Cancer Society. So when I sell the shirts, the money goes to the American Cancer Society. When we raise money at the bike show, the money goes to the American Cancer Society. So it's for a good cause, and I'm really encouraging all kinds of spectators to come out. You may not even own a bicycle, but this would be a great place to come just to start, see what's out there, see what people are into. And
you know, it's almost like the cruisers that we have downtown, where, you know, I don't have a car like that. I'll never have a car like that.
Right.
My car sometimes feels like it's you know, that old. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say classic, but old. But you just go down there and see these amazing cars,
right?
And you're amazed. You know, you're fascinated. Same way with these bikes. You'll see things like this and things you probably never see anywhere.
Well, a lot of people are getting into bikes now just because it's a lot cheaper than building a car. Because you go to build a car, you know, you can spend $50,000 at a drop of a hat on building a car, where you can turn and build a bicycle, say for $1,000, $2,000, just as much as you want to spend. I mean, you can go crazy if you want to, but you know, it's a whole lot cheaper. A lot of people can get into this hobby a lot cheaper than you can cars. And it's easier to store a bicycle at your house versus a car, and just a lot of things. So a lot of people are turning to bicycles now, especially with the economy the way it is. And so it's really, it's getting a lot of people involved, and it's a family thing. Because here is, you know, if I build a bicycle and I've got a family, my family can join me, and we can all have a bicycle and go riding together, and we can all have, you know, restored bicycles or custom bicycles. We can just have regular bicycles we buy at Walmart. So, but you know, that's the great thing about this. It's a hobby. It's a good family-oriented type hobby, and
yeah. And I am going to say one thing: your bike is featured in Old School Rods magazine.
Yeah, I was sitting at work last Wednesday, last week. I was at work, and this guy calls me up on the phone and says, "Hey, you won't believe, says your bike's in this magazine." And I'm like, "What?" And he says, "Yeah." I said, "Go to Walmart, get you a copy of the Old School Rods magazine." So on page 91, down at the bottom,
91.
I was at a show in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's called the Redneck Rumble. Huge show. There's probably, I'd say, 400 plus cars there. They also have a motorcycle show, and there's about, I guess 25 or 30 motorcycles. There's some top dollar motorcycles. And so in this magazine, they do a 2-page spread on this show, and there's 14 pictures there. And I was lucky enough to think that my bike was good enough to be in this magazine, so I'm tickled to death. You know, you always dream of something like happening. You dream of building something and having somebody think it's nice too, and you know, and putting it somewhere. So when that came out, I was very tickled, and I went to Walmart right away, let me say, to buy that magazine and put that in there. But,
well, I'll tell you what, we've got a little bit of time left. Let's talk about something that I know you are very involved in, and you said that this is a benefit for the American Cancer Society.
Yes, sir.
And for anybody who has been at the Relay for Life downtown around the courthouse, and you hear all that music going on, that not just the music that you hear from the bands playing, but the music that you hear when no band is playing, the DJ, I guess, for lack of a better term, that's putting that music on, that's David Orr. And David, you've been involved in that for so long, but just quickly, our Relay for Life is?
It's May 4th and 5th. It's the first weekend in May. It's May 4th and 5th. And I'm the entertainment chair for the American Cancer Society. I'm responsible for all the entertainment that happens during the 25 hours of the event. And I am so thankful. We have some great bands who get behind us every year and come. To me, this is a mini river band, except besides river band where you have to pay $100 for your ticket, this is free. I mean, you get to come and hear all these bands play for 25 hours. It's around the clock. It starts Friday night at 9 o'clock and ends on Saturday night at 9 o'clock as far as the bands go. Then we go into the luminary service after that. But anyway, it's a 25-hour long event. It's a special event, especially for cancer survivors. It's just a super event. If you've never been, I encourage you to come May 4th and 5th. It's downtown Cleveland, a great venue to have this place. When they remodeled downtown, they couldn't have done a better job in restoring downtown. As the stage in front of the courthouse and all that is just perfect for this kind of venue. And so the relay takes all place all the way around the courthouse. and we're right in the middle of that right now, gearing up for it, and we have a full schedule. This is a
Who are some of the bands that are coming? Can you talk about it?
Yes, I can. It starts off Friday night with Sahara Drive. Great local band. If you've never heard Sahara Drive, they make you want to get up and boogie, if you know what I mean. And then we got Morgan Bracey coming again from Nashville. Great artist. Has recorded several albums there in Nashville. She coming back again, Morgan Bracey. I got two up-and-coming stars. I can't pronounce her last name very nice, but Riley Caladrino. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. And then Zach Dillon. Those two people are coming up that night. And Zach Dillon just cut a record deal with Nashville as a country music star, and he is good. Let me tell you, you need to come hear Zach. We got Ridge Farm coming back Saturday morning. If you know Ridge Farm, a great local band, and they can play everything. I mean, they are top notch. And then we have the Dexter Thomas Band coming back as always. We got the Blues Hammer coming back. Have you ever heard Blues Hammer? Oh, it's one of my favorite bands of all times. We got the Itis Brothers coming back, and then, of course, Cleveland's favorite Collins Brothers coming back.
Sure. JoJo and the guys.
JoJo and them. So we a lot more than what I mentioned now. I'm just highlighting some of the ones that's going to be there, but it's going to be a great event. Once again, May 4th and 5th, Friday night, starting at 9 o'clock, going all the way through Saturday. So it is 25 hours long. I'll be up. Like I have been, if I can stay up again.
You'll be up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, yes, I'll be up at that 5 a.m. you're talking about this morning.
Yeah, Rodney won't, but you will.
Well, to ease your mind, my alarm goes off every morning at 4:30 anyway.
Okay,
So if you want, if I'm up at that time, I'm up at that time anyway. But normally I get to sleep at night. But here at the relay, I don't get much sleep. But it's a great event, let me tell you. And so many people. This is their time of escape, where they're going through cancer and they're struggling, they're having a hard time. This is their time to come and forget their cares, to just gather with friends, listen to live music, eat, have a good time, and just take a weekend away. And that's one reason I'm so glad that they allowed me to be a part of it. I mean, I am so thankful that American Cancer lets me be a part of it, because it helps so many people and reaches out to so many people who are going through such a hard time with cancer. And I'm just glad to be a part of that.
We have so many companies that join in. Your company, Cleveland Utilities, has always been a supporter. And I know there's so many others. They have their booths. The food is fantastic.
Plentiful, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can eat.
I love the folks over at Life Care. You never know what they're going to do. But, there's some great barbecue, some great burgers, some funnel cakes. As you can tell, I probably experienced one of everything over there.
Right.
And just it's a great event. And if you've never been, if you can only get to one part of it, come to the Survivor's Lap or even the Luminary Service, because it will touch your heart. I think we've all been touched by cancer somehow, and this is a great way of remembering your loved ones if you've lost them to cancer, or honoring them if they're battling cancer now or have beaten cancer. So May 4th and 5th. I've got the Rodney Murray situation here with dates. But
today's the 5th. Just remember, it's the same time, just 2 months from now.
2 months from now.
Yeah. So, but Alan, I want to thank you too. You come every year and you take photographs, and your photographs play such a big role for me, because I can look back and I can see a lot of stuff that I don't get a chance to see, because I'm there at the stage the whole 25 hours. So you let me get to see parts of relay I don't get to see. Of course, we use your photographs for a lot of other reasons besides that as well. So I appreciate you being our photographer.
Well, I feel it's my way of giving back as well, because cancer has touched me with both my parents and some loved ones. So I support you guys totally.
Yeah.
So,
last year you got a good one, my brother nodding off. I remember that.
Now, your brother does sleep. I will say that. Yeah. I think I've gotten one of him every year falling asleep.
Nodding off right then, yeah.
Well, David, thanks for coming by. Get a grip.
Thank you.
Go to the show March 24th at Stewart School.
George R. Stewart School there on Key Street, next to the Bike Walking Greenway.
Yep.
That's the way I'm telling everybody, yeah.
And keep the Relay for Life on your calendar as well. Join, or at least go to Cleveland, www.clevelandchamber.com, and look at the calendar there for all the upcoming events. And we appreciate you and all of our guests. Nancy, really appreciate you.
Thank you.
You didn't want to do this, I know, but I appreciate you doing it. And hope you guys have a great week, a great rest of the day Monday. And don't forget to go vote tomorrow. You going to vote? We're all going to vote.
Gonna vote.
Okay. And we will see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Wave at the camera, guys. You got to wave as you leave. Okay.